We are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello.
Will be absolutely honest. I kind of forgot what day it was. The only reason I know what day of the week it is because tonight we're playing Ruby the Vampire Slayer. That is the only reason I know what day of the week it is. If you don't know what Ruby is, it's our Buffy the Vampire Slayer AU using the Buffyverse RPG. But before we get to that, guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to scroll up, click that follow button so you can get notifications when the channel goes live. There's plenty of content. If you scroll down, you can join the Discord, you can join all our lovely discussions, and all the fun we have. We put out everything on Twitter as well, so you can find Welcome Party RPG on Twitter and get all the announcements there as well. And we got a big announcement, which if you've been around, you've probably heard, but on September 28th and 29th, we'll be hosting our 36-hour 9-game marathon to benefit trans life. We'll be starting at noon EST on Friday and running through midnight on Saturday with a goal of raising $5,000. If you don't know what Trans Lifeline is, it provides microgrants for folks going through transition for things like getting their licenses changed, updating their medical records, and more. They also provide a crisis call line staffed by members of the trans community for members of the trans community. We're also incredibly excited to have guest DM Grant Ellis, as well as guest DM Steven from Castle Mac, as well as plenty of our own DMs and players. And I know some of the people here today with us playing Ruby are going to be doing that as well. We will also be having lots of giveaways from our great sponsors, Devin Rue, Tabletop Loot, Rook and Raven, and So Nerd Wear t-shirts. And everybody, we really hope you will join us for that, just like you're joining us tonight for Ruby. Who knows what happened last time?
Nobody? Okay. I'll be that kid in class. Let's see. Ruby and B are roommates. You want to go back that far? All right. I think we all have lit class together, English lit class together. We are freshmen at a fancy pants boarding school, which I've forgotten to write down the name of.
No, I think that was the name.
Fancy
Pants boarding.
The Lord Fansington Fancy Pants. Academy for Children Up to No Good.
No, I know the Steinbeck building and the Barrett building, but I don't know the name of the school. I'm sorry.
The name of the school is...
Atherton Prep.
Yes, Atherton Prep School.
Excellent. We've got B, who's roommates with Ruby, who is the Slayer. And we've got Brendan, who's roommates with Damien, who is me. And let's see. Some things happened. A guy was mad. Another guy was not as mad. A girl hit on someone. And then a guy was mad. And then a bunch of us snuck out, but B got caught.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then those of us who had snuck out found our way through the graveyard and into we spotted a mausoleum, all separately, where a former school attendant, I don't know, the corpse of a school attendant had been animated to play Xbox and hang out. And he and his brother Colby was the living one. Colby animated his brother Damon, and Damon wants to go see his ex-girlfriend. And Ruby sweep kicked Damon, and Brendan just yelled out loud what was going on in front of Colby's face.
Yeah.
Like you do.
Yeah, so...
I know how to end an act break, man.
That is a bare bones but pretty accurate description of what happened. they also, well, Ruby met her new watcher, Alistair Gray. They all met their English teacher, Alistair Gray, who is having them read a rather obvious book in Dracula. And Brendan keeps seeing his missing brother everywhere. But other than that, it's going pretty well. A few vampires have already bit the dust.
Really?
Well, Ruby knows that. But now we get our first real combat. With Cannon Father in the way. Possibly in the way. Some people may not actually want to get hit by Damon. But it's not just a couple of vampires that the Slayer can tear apart rather easily. Which means we need to roll out some initiative.
Awesome.
Did I put the initiative chart down here? No, I did not.
I think it's under combat.
Is it under combat? I hope so.
Oh, I mean the initiative button's under combat.
Oh, there's just a button. I should have known that. These character sheets are great. So, if everybody would roll some initiative, we'll keep track of that. Okay, so we got 18,
Yeah, that's insane.
13, and an 11. Oh, let me see. Pretty sure. Yes, so which means that Damien, I almost got character names mixed up. I really shouldn't have named somebody Damon.
Yeah, you didn't.
Means Damien gets to go first.
All right. Can I ready so that when something goes for Brendan, I can tackle it? If something goes for Brendan, I'm going to tackle it.
It's really nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah, you can hold an action and just wait, and then you can jump in the way. Just so you know, if you plan to jump in the way of somebody who's taking a shot at him, it means you won't be able to dodge it. You'll have to take that hit. But just a heads up. But you can do that. You can jump in the way if something attacks him. So you'll hold your action, which means it is the Slayer's turn. What is Ruby going to do with Damon on the ground?
Yeah, so last time she swept kicked him onto the ground. And now she's just kind of gonna sit on his chest and hold his arms down.
Okay, that would be
Floor grapple?
let's see, there's moves for this. Wrestling
Grapple's
roll just a regular grapple. I was gonna say wrestling grapple, but since he's on the ground, there doesn't need to be any negative, so just roll a regular grapple.
Alright.
With a 15, you have him pinned on the ground. Do you say anything? Is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, she's just gonna be like, what the hell? This is going two ways. You're going to die again, or I'm going to help you. Which is it?
It's his turn now. He is going to let out a yell of rage, and he is going to try to get up. Which means you will have to make a strength check to hold him down.
Okay.
So I believe it'd be strength plus. I think it'd be strength doubled. So if you type, you can just type that one into the chat. /roll. And then 1d10 plus 2 times your strength. So just, whatever your strength is and double it.
All right.
22. It's close. It is really, really close. He is very, very strong. But you're the Slayer. You're used to going up to opponents that are really strong. You manage to hold him down. Which means it's Brendan's turn. What are you going to do?
I am going to take a few steps back from wherever I am.
Okay.
Would that be faint?
Just to take a few steps
Or I mean,
back.
I'm not in any immediate danger, right? Unless he
not right
gets...
now. One thing you can do is you can take a few steps back and go full defensive, which means you would get you would forfeit your action this turn, and then you would have 2 dodges if something were to happen. Normally only get 1 dodge per turn. So okay, so you're gonna go full defensive and make sure you're ready for anything to attack you. So you get ready, and it is Colby's turn. You're attacking his brother, Ruby. Colby is going to try to tackle you. And because he's not going to be able to do anything without it, he's going to spend one of his drama points to try to push you off his brother. So you can make a dodge check.
All right.
To just throw him aside. Ooh, 17 with that drama point he spent. That is not enough. He tackles you to the ground.
Oh, no.
Off of his brother. Let's see, that is going to be... That's the wrong combat table. Takedown. So, his strength sucks. So you only take 2 points of damage.
Ow.
But he does accomplish his goal, and he removes you from his brother. Which means it is Damien's turn. What's Damien's goal? Are you still just looking to protect Brendan, or are you going to try to get him out of there?
She seemed to have it under control, but that changes things. I think I'm gonna go and flying tackle Colby.
Okay. So you're gonna try to get Colby off of her now.
Yeah. Would that be a slam tackle or?
It depends on what you want to accomplish. If you want to be able to hold him down, it'd be takedown. So you'd hit him and then you'd be on top of him. If you just want to run into him and knock him off, then it's slam tackle.
I think I'm just gonna run in and knock him off.
Okay, so yes, slam tackle it is.
This may actually kill him.
And you have... I have the success table here. So you have 2 successes. So that does 16 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch.
That got dark.
Did your prediction come true?
Not quite.
Oh.
But you slam into him hard. You are bigger than him. You are tougher than him. And for some reason seem to be a lot sturdier than him. And you smash into him. He flies. He flies off of him, stumbles a few feet, crashes into a headstone, and crumples to the ground. He's still conscious, and he appears to still be alive, but he's definitely hurt.
I look as shocked as he does. What the hell are you doing?
He moans at you. Oh. I'm behind you. Damon yells out, Colby! Ruby, it's your turn.
Well, first I'm gonna get up. So that I'm not, on the ground.
Yep.
And... So we've got Kid against a gravestone.
Yep.
And a very angry monster.
Yes.
And some weird jock who just showed up behind you.
Yeah, and don't know what the fuck happened there. That's not normal.
Football?
It's that kid from lit class.
Yeah, like... Wait a minute. So, Ruby is gonna position herself between Damon and Colby and just kind of take the defensive, because this is not a vampire. She doesn't want to kill him, but he's not making that easy.
Okay. Which means that it is finally Damon's turn. Damon is now going to finally manage to pull himself up. It takes him a second. He's slow. He wobbles on his legs a little bit. And then... Damien, you just attacked his brother. He's going to try to punch you.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to attempt to dodge if possible.
Yes, you can do that.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, lowest possible? That's a lot of gibberish that I can't tell.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but apparently you got a 6. That doesn't make any sense, but you've got a 6. Which means, Let me look at his thing, because I know he's got a negative for this. For taking multiple actions this turn.
Okay, I have drama points, I'll live.
Ooh, he just barely hits you. Which means he does 16 damage to you.
He actually does 12 damage to me.
You're gonna have some of the... Oh, you have armor? That's
'Cause
right,
I am
you do
tough.
have armor. So he does 12 points of damage to you.
I will take it.
Alright. He's a pretty solid punch, but when he punches you, there's a solid crack, and he shakes out his hand as well. Though he won that just barely. Brendan, it's your turn.
Let's see, since I'm obviously not going to be terribly helpful in this apparent battle of titans, which is very surprising, I will go and check on Colby to see if he's, alive, if he has a concussion, if he is
Okay.
brain damaged.
So you go over there, and you'll want to make... Oh, I gotta look at what they call it. Oh, it should be under skills. Yes. Intelligence. Oh, wait, no. Hold on, let me... Roll 20, what are you doing? Perception doctor. To see what is wrong with him.
Okay. Perception. Doctor.
A 9. Well, you did get a success. So you do manage to find his pulse. You also notice his eyes are open, so you're mostly sure he's alive. You.
All right. Well, then
like,
I convey that to Damien, who seemed pretty surprised by himself about that.
What the hell?
Like, dude, somehow he's alive. So,
I barely touched him.
is that like football training just kicks in, or was it like when a mama will like lift a car over her head to save a baby?
Yes, you're a baby.
Hey, as long as you're in my corner, I don't care.
It is Colby's turn. He's not going to. He's going to sit himself upright, and he's gonna look at you, Brendan. You gotta help Damon.
What I'm trying to do.
Only help him how, man?
You've gotta calm him down.
Is there a song that mellows him out, or? I am all here for de-escalation, but you gotta give me an idea, man.
I don't know how to calm him down. He's been getting more and more angry. You gotta talk to him. There's gotta be a way to get through to him.
What Xbox game was he playing?
Yeah. I think he was.
Fable.
I think he was playing. Earlier he was playing Mortal Kombat. If you want, you could just look through the door and figure it out. It is like
it's Mortal Kombat. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else know anything about Mortal Kombat? Maybe we can find common ground. That isn't literally Mortal Kombat.
I got nothing.
All right. I'll be at the top of the turn order in a second. But we're gonna hop over to Beatrice. What is Beatrice doing right now? While everybody else is off having a jolly good time.
Well, I plan to do a bit of research.
That is totally possible. What are you researching?
I was gonna the ritual spell. Hello. I'm gonna the ritual spell that was handed on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And I was wanting to be a bit cheeky and research Mr. Gray's grandfather.
Yeah, you can do either one of those. Let me look here. You have 2 points in occult library. So, and you also you have sorcery, correct?
I do have sorcery.
I'm looking at the wrong page. Okay, so this is going to be roll your occultism, intelligence, and then add +7 for your sorcery and your library. So just hit the button for occultism and then we'll add that +7. So 19, you nail that ritual. It is definitely a healing spell. It is something a little bit beyond you in terms of what you do at this point. But it is a ritual. It takes several hours. The markings on the arm, what you learn is it's part of prepping. So the markings on the arm were part of prepping the ritual beforehand. And it's a healing spell capable of quite miraculous things. not quite resurrection as you see in this case, but it has the potential to do some pretty crazy things mixed with some crazy science. Who knows what it could do, but it is a very, very powerful healing spell.
Okay, I'm just looking through these notes and my eyes are going wide and can't believe what I've got in my hands right now.
Yeah, and all you've got are like mentions. You don't find like the entire spell. You find what you basically using the bit that you have that Ruby and Alistair found at the gravesite. You're able to basically pick up mentions of the spell, but you don't actually find the actual spell. But you know quite a bit about it already.
Excellent. Okay.
And you wanted to look into his grandfather, correct?
That's right. I took a note of his name from the signature.
Okay, and I'm assuming you're going to use a computer for this?
Yes, I have 2 in computer.
Okay, so make a computer intelligence check to see if you can get anywhere.
Come on, beep boops. Alright.
Alright, so that is 2 successes. You don't find anything right away. You do manage to track down Alistair through a few vague mentions at the other school. But it's going to take a little bit more work for you to find anything on his grandfather. So,
okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to write down how many successes you have for both these tests. So if you want to learn more on the spell, like if you want to find the actual spell so you can learn it, you can stack some more successes on that to learn the actual spell. And the same with his grandfather. You'll stack up successes, and then eventually you'll get to learn enough about him. And everybody can help you with that, so that'll be accumulating from everybody.
Okay.
There's grandfather and heal. Alright, so we will jump back to the graveyard where it is Damien's turn. What do you hope to do here, Damien?
I'm gonna talk to him. Listen, man. Loretta, right? You're looking for Loretta?
Do you know where Loretta is?
I can get her out here.
Really?
Yeah, but like, do you want her to see you like this? All angry?
I guess not. Everything's so weird, so cloudy. I don't know. So what we're gonna do here is you're gonna make a willpower influence check to see just how much you get through to him.
7, which is nothing.
No successes. So
what I'm gonna do is gonna say I have her number in my phone, which probably pisses him off.
yeah. You say you start to get somewhere, and then you're like, I have her number in my phone, and he, what? Why do you have her number? What? Ruby, it's your turn. Damien's attempt failed.
Ruby is going to take a very deep breath, mutter something about don't kill the classmates, and kind of step over next to Damien and just be like, dude, you're kind of not alive to Damon. And if Loretta doesn't want to be with someone not exactly alive, maybe you need to respect that a little bit.
Are you trying to calm him down here? Is that what you're hoping to do?
Ruby has no concept of how to calm anyone down.
I look over at Ruby and I'm like, really?
What?
I mean, I agree with you.
Trying to do,
but
what she's trying to do is at least distract him from trying to kill everyone.
I mean, you might manage. You can manage to do that. That's pretty simple. Because you can distract him from trying to kill everyone and have him try to kill you, which is probably going to be what's going to happen.
Or, at least try to get him to have some kind of conversation about,
Okay.
just something to get him thinking.
All right.
Instead of punching.
Roll willpower influence to see if you can get him to have a conversation.
of course.
Somehow, those words click with him. Maybe as a little bit of help from some of what Damien said. But he actually seems to be calming down and listening. And he... Wait, are you saying she doesn't want to see me anymore?
Look, I don't know. I don't know Loretta, I don't know you, but you can't be going around angry at people and expect her to want to see you at all. Like, if you want to see her again, you gotta give yourself the best shot, man.
Can you help me?
If you'll stop punching people, yes.
Okay, I promise to stop trying to punch people.
Okay, that's a start.
Yeah.
So he looks over at Colby, and he'll lumber as best he can over there, and he kneels down and he looks at his brother and he looks. I think he needs hospital.
Really?
Yes, he does not. He doesn't look very good.
Sorry.
Tis all right. I sometimes do not know my own strength. And he gestures over at the door of the mausoleum that is ripped off.
Yeah.
Now I'm just wondering how many Xbox controllers he's gone through.
If you actually looked in there, there's probably
Just a
is
pile.
a pile. All right.
So
are you guys
Ruby's gonna.
Yep.
Ruby's gonna just kind of kneel down next to Colby and be like, "Yeah, he probably should get some medical attention." And she's gonna look at the other two and just be like, "One of you take care of the kid. I'll take care of this guy."
Okay, so you have a couple options. You could just take him to the school nurse, which the school probably asked some questions as to why you were out. Or you could take him to the hospital, where the hospital and possibly the police are going to have some questions for you.
Potential third option. We call an ambulance and then run away from the scene.
Those are options that you have, yes.
So, the question I have for a potential fourth option is, would Alistair have given Ruby contact information at any point?
Are you saying we need an adult?
We need an
Oh.
adult.
You might have a phone number for him.
Okay.
Did you remember to bring your cell phone?
Yes.
Okay, then you definitely have a number for him.
So then Ruby's just gonna be like, wait, and pull out her cell phone and start calling Alistair. Like,
So we're cool here. Everyone's gonna live.
I mean, most of us, in the strictest sense.
Damon grunts at you, and he goes over and he tries to fit the door back, like back in. So like
buddy,
it's not
no.
just.
Don't you worry about that right now.
And then, so Alistair picks up and Ruby, is something wrong?
Yeah, I have a situation in the graveyard. There's innocents, and one of them's hurt, and I don't think I can go to a hospital right now. That seems like a bad idea.
Where are you?
In the graveyard, there's this big mausoleum, and she's gonna kind of describe the area.
Okay. Give me 10 minutes, and I will be there.
Okay.
And then he hangs up the phone, and while we wait for him, we will go. Oh, do you have?
Sorry, who did you just call?
You'll
Also,
find out in a minute.
what's your name?
Why don't we just wait for him to get here, and then we'll see what's going on.
I'm just gonna go.
You should probably
leave.
stay here. Ruby's like gonna
Yeah, but
reach out and grab him and be like, "You should stay here."
I will attempt to dodge that.
Okay. So, Ruby, make a grapple attack. So you make a good effort. At first, her fingers slip away from on your shirt, but then she manages to get a good grip on your arm, and so she's holding you there. You could try to get away and keep going, or you could just listen. It's up to you.
I'm a little freaked out, so I think I'm gonna try to get away.
Okay. Strength doubled for both of you. And don't forget, you can spend drama points.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a drama point because I want to get away,
Okay.
which gives me a plus 10.
Yes.
So I'm at 29.
You manage. It's difficult. It's not easy, but you played soccer for a while. You're athletic type. You know how to get away from people when they're grabbing a hold of you, and you manage to rip your arm away.
I just take off running towards the soccer guys drinking.
Okay. Yeah, they got like a boombox going now. And nobody knows where they got it, but they got like music playing, and
They have it stashed out here.
yeah, they're having a good time knocking back beers.
I'm gonna run up to them and be like, "We gotta go. We gotta go. The adult coming or something. Let's go."
An adult? Who called an adult?
I don't know. There's like a grave person. I don't know. Let's go. You want to get caught?
Well, of course not, but we're not afraid of getting caught.
Why not?
It's Derek and Alex. They stand up, one on either side of you. Like they purposely position themselves so that they are on one on either side of you, and you are standing in between them. Their faces are no longer normal. They're bumpy and scared. They appear to not be human any longer. You did leave them alone in the graveyard.
Yeah, but that was real fast.
Make it sound like it's his fault.
I'm just saying.
This is really on you, Damien, for not knowing anything about anything.
For not
I
knowing
told you. I told you should have stayed.
For finding the one graveyard that teens can hang out with where something might actually happen.
This is what I get for trying to hang with the cool kids. Shit, I'm gonna just take off running towards Ruby again.
Alright, roll a dex check.
Have we gotten to watch him doing all this running back and forth?
Yeah, you like... what you see is you see him run off into another part of the graveyard. And depending on how his dex check goes...
Can I do an acrobatics? Or
Oh,
do you want
yeah,
dex?
sorry, dex acrobatics.
Oh, of course, it's an 8.
Oh.
So, what you see is Damien come running out from behind a mausoleum in, like, the weird fog that's always in graveyards and TV shows like this. And then you see him just faceplant as he, like, looks back and trips over one of them low gravestones. And 2 guys, you recognize them earlier from class, come walking up, running up, jogging up behind him. Their faces are bumpy, and Ruby would immediately recognize them.
Ruby just like starts cussing very loudly and pulls out the stake.
yeah. So after everything that
Told you to stay
happened,
put. Told you to stay here. I told
There's
you.
an adjustment period, alright?
Brendan, all you see is Ruby start to cuss and pull a pointy wooded object out of her jacket. And I'm assuming you start marching off towards your former classmates.
My former classmate?
Well, her former. Yeah. Is that what you're doing, Ruby?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to try to do anything?
I'm gonna let
Okay.
the girl with the pointy stick handle this one.
Okay. Damien, do you plan on fighting back at all?
I probably plan on getting up and running a little more.
Okay. Knowing the vampires' initiative and compared to Ruby's, Ruby, you get to go first. You get to act before the vampires. So Damien's gonna get up. He's going to try to run, and you've got a chance to do something.
Okay, so can she like get within staking range of the vampires?
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely
so
a thing.
she's just gonna like go up and just start stabbing them through the heart.
Okay, do you want to attempt to stab both of them through the heart?
Yes.
Okay, so to do that, it's totally possible, but you'll take a -2 to both actions. And you can spend a drama point on one of them. I recommend doing it on the first one because if you fail the first one, the chain is interrupted and you don't stab either of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a drama point to get the first one for sure.
Okay, so roll your stake through the heart. A 9 plus 8 is 17, so that's 5. Damage modifier, that's times 5.
Did you just do 150 damage?
Yeah, something like that. Staking a vampire through the heart does 5 times the damage, so it'd be something like... It doesn't matter, it's enough to kill him. You stake him through the
They're
heart,
dumb,
and he...
stupid hearts.
See,
Can we say that was? Can we say that was not Derek? Because we can all remember Derek's. Or
yeah, it was James.
yeah, we don't remember. It's not important.
No.
It's not important.
If we had to pick.
He's definitely not
Which
important
she did,
anymore.
I guess.
Alright, so now roll your stake through the heart on the other one. Ooh, better. Which was lucky because that almost missed. I'm trying to calculate the damage here. 30 damage. 2 hits. That's enough to kill Derek as well. So
Yay!
they were pretty new vampires, so they weren't super strong. They were athletic, but it didn't matter because the Slayer didn't give a fuck. And she runs up
Over this shit.
and stakes both of them. Damien, imagine by now you've gotten up and started to run away.
No, I'm just baffled.
From what?
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause, you know, they
yeah.
just kind of explode into dust. And...
Yeah.
I'll just be like,
You
oh.
might have allergies.
I'm gonna be breathing heavy and just be like, yeah, sorry, I ran away.
Okay. You're fine. You didn't get bit, right?
No, minimum,
Okay.
Derek.
I walk over and just stick my foot in the pile of dust that had been Derek. Just processing all this information.
So Ruby's just gonna turn to him and just be like, so those are vampires. They exist. Just, that's probably why you want to stay here.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
So I think we've all learned something today. Vampires. Xbox playing zombies. Super strength. Big night. Big night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we fade into an awkward silence as they wait for Alistair to get there. Beatrice, are you still looking for some more information?
Yeah, I will be continuing research. Once I get stuck into something, I really try to see it through. When it
Okay.
comes to this kind of thing.
And I'm assuming, are you doing more research on grandfather?
Mhm.
Okay, so roll your computer plus intelligence.
Dang it.
Unfortunately, you think you find something promising, and then you click on one of them links that just ends up to be a bunch of weird pop-ups that don't let you go away.
No.
You know enough about computers that you'll be able to close the windows, but now you're gonna have to get back to where you started, where the information you'd already found, to keep going from there. It's gonna be a pain. I mean, you don't go backwards or anything. You already found the other information, but you don't get any farther.
Mm-hmm. Go get a coffee.
Yeah. So do you guys have a coffee pot in your room? Did one of you bring a coffee pot that you just keep in your room?
Or more accurately, I would have had a tea strainer or something.
Okay.
Yeah, aren't electric kettles a big thing?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you guys are probably well enough off that you could have any number of things in your room.
Yeah, Ruby definitely would have a small coffee pot.
All right. Yeah, so
Because late nights.
yeah, so Beatrice can make yourself coffee or tea, whatever she wants.
Well, Beatrix probably would have tea.
Okay.
So she would have just made some chamomile tea. Maybe she's thinking she's a bit on edge. Needs to calm down a wee bit. Too excitable, clicking all the things.
She's had a real stressful night.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, some time passes. Almost exactly 10 minutes, just like Alistair said. And you hear a car driving. The door shuts. And he comes strolling out of the fog, dressed just as immaculately as he was early in the day. Just as nice a suit. Brendan and Damien noticed that, unlike when he was at school, he walks with a very nice, fancy cane in one hand. Does anybody say anything as he walks up?
I knew you weren't a teacher.
He's totally a teacher. Just other things, too.
No teacher remains that well dressed after 4 o'clock.
Did you listen to his lecture, though? He is a teacher. Trust me.
Is he a wolf man?
I don't know. Are you a wolf man?
I mean, it would fill out our Monster Mash bingo card.
He laughs at you and says, No, I'm not a wolf man. Though in a couple of nights on the full moon you should definitely watch out for that.
Oh, God damn it.
Really?
Happens more often than you think.
Yeah, I thought none.
Then
Oh
definitely.
yeah, they just learned about vampires and shit. It's fine. It's fine.
That is unfortunate. Have you explained anything else?
No, there's kind of a kid over there that's a little more important right now. And she just kind of points to Colby against the gravestone.
Ooh.
He's not dead.
Yes.
Just very, very badly injured.
That is a good assessment. Hold on 1 second. And he opens up his jacket and he pulls out like a little clear flask, and it's got like a weird reddish brown liquid in it. You're quite certain it's not blood. It seems too thin, but it is a reddish brown liquid. And he walks over to Colby and goes, "Take a couple of swigs from this, young lad." And Colby does just that. He gains back a few hit points right now, and that will speed up his healing a little bit. He's not going to be okay right away, but eventually he will be fine.
Ruby's gonna like quietly kneel down next to them and just be like, he's also got these markings on his arm stuff.
Oh, that's his brother. That's Damon. Damon's over by the mausoleum.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
So, what other trouble have you gotten yourself into tonight?
Ruby just points over to the mausoleum.
Yes, another one of your classmates, I presume.
Kid's brother.
Okay. Is there something special about him?
He's kind of not alive anymore, but not dead either. But not a vampire.
Zombie.
Okay. Well, that is specific and and not specific at the same time.
Look,
Ooh, sorry.
I had to deal with temporary watcher, and I know what vampires are, and I need to murder them. That's all I've got right now.
All right.
This
well,
one's reasonable with, though.
Let's have a look then. And so Alistair will head over towards Damon. Does anybody go with him, or do you let him go by himself?
Ruby goes.
I am very curious now, so that's kind of in my wheelhouse to learn things.
I'm still just like standing there a little shell-shocked.
Okay. Does anybody attempt to introduce Damon to Alistair, or do you just let Alistair do it?
Ruby's gonna just kind of be like, hey, this guy's a friend. Please don't punch him.
Damon turns around. He's, friend. Are you sure?
Yeah. He just helped get your brother stable and get him some help.
Oh, okay. And then you notice Damon kind of he like cocks his head to the side a little bit, and he goes, and he's looking at Alistair, and he goes, do I know you? Well, Alistair's like, have you had my class? Which you guys would know that obviously Damon hasn't. Alistair's a new teacher. So, but Damon's just staring at him, awkwardly trying to figure out where he knows Alistair from. And Alistair, he's looking at him. He reaches up, and he like pulls aside Damon's collar, and you can see like scorch marks or almost like electrical burns on his neck. And he's looking at him, and he, have you seen any signs of the spell that we found last night?
And all of a sudden Ruby's just like, shit. Should have brought her with me.
Brought who with you?
My roommate, she recognized the symbols and tried to follow me out.
Oh, is your roommate a witch?
She's got a lot of occult books, so probably?
Interesting. Very interesting.
Call me out, jeez.
Perhaps then she can help me look at Damon here. But it may have to wait till tomorrow. You kids have obviously been out of school too long. You should probably get back. I will. And he looks around, he looks at the mausoleum, and he goes, I guess I will take him back to my place. After all, a mausoleum like this is no place for any young lad. You take his brother with you back to his dorm, and we will meet up in the morning, and all of you, I promise to explain more in the morning, and you make sure to bring your roommate as well, Ruby.
Oh, she'll love that. Okay.
Good. So,
I think we're also going to need a new soccer captain.
Oh, yeah. That happened too. They were vampires. She's gonna need a new one anyway.
How many of your classmates are out here tonight?
As far as I know, just these two, and the other two are kind of dust right now. It's fine.
Oh, okay. In future, maybe we may have to work harder to keep students out of the graveyard at night. Well, a problem for another day. Damon, come with me. And so he will walk off with Damon. Do you fetch Colby?
Ruby's gonna look at the guy and be like, "Do you know where his dorm is?"
Is he in our dorm?
Yeah, he'd be on your side of the building. Where his room is, you don't know.
I don't know where his room is.
I mean, you could ask
Colby,
him.
where's your room?
218. It's second floor. 18th door. Actually, it's just a couple doors down from yours.
Oh, okay.
Well, if he's on the way.
So, I'm assuming you guys want to head back and sneak in back into the school?
Yeah, I'll hold Colby's arm up
Okay.
if he'll let me.
Everybody is going to need to make Dex crime with a +2 since somebody Jimmy rigged a door.
Hey.
And if you want to spend any drama points now, may be a good time.
I am not going to spend drama point.
I am.
Okay.
I'm not good at crime. So I'm gonna get
I'm
a plus
slightly
10.
better at crime, but I also will spend a point.
Okay.
Because I haven't
Okay.
yet. I want to.
Alright, that gives
And
me
I should.
22.
It's-
Oh, I'm glad you did.
yeah. Okay, so we got a 17, a 24, and a 19 with the +2 for rigging the door. And it is a good thing you did, because it means you didn't have to try to go through the main door, and you were able to sneak in to the building. You are, of course, on the guy's side of the building, but it is easy enough for Ruby to sneak across the building and slip into her own dorm, then her own room. You guys go back to your room. You get to the second floor. Colby is able to find his way back to his own room. Is there anything you guys do when you get back to your room?
Oh, obviously, we just go to sleep because it's been
I'm gonna shower.
very
Get dust off
relaxing
me.
night.
Okay.
I am going to sit down at my desk and write down every single thing that happened in my journals,
Do you
which I write and not type because I'm weird like that.
do you crack open a nice can of Nightmare Stallion?
I might as well. Obviously, we're not getting any sleep tonight, so
Actually, after I come back from my shower, I lay.
let's
like,
just
I
crank it
crash-
up.
I just crash into my bed and I lay in the same exact position I lay in every night.
And you're just out.
Yeah, can I do my science thing?
Oh, yeah. And you want to heal, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me look at the... So you have
I have a thing.
science. So this is going to be a weird check for you because of how we're doing your healing. So, science, willpower. Do you have any Mr. Fix-It?
I have one Mr. Fix-It, but I have 4 science.
Okay, yeah, so willpower, science.
12. And that gives me... how many successes?
I believe that is 2 successes.
Alright, so it's 2 times my con. Life points recovered.
Okay. Your con is what?
4, so I get 8.
And how much damage did you take?
I had taken 12.
Okay, so you're mostly healed up.
Yeah. Good. I sleep it off.
Yeah,
In the
you just-
exact same position for the rest of the night.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yes.
move.
At
Okay.
all.
So the first time I glance over to talk to him, because I just assumed he'd be a little wired too, I am wrong. I see him in that position and I think nothing of it.
Okay.
The third or fourth time I look over, I decide that's very weird, but in the context of this evening, it's not rating. It's just
That's low.
this is a 2 of weird. I am
This is
dealing with
fine.
6s and above.
Alright. And Ruby, I guess, Beatrice, what does Ruby find when she gets back to the room?
She will find books like all over the floor, pages open, like some the paper book tabs like stuck in some pages. You find me with the laptop sitting on the floor, not on the bed, just on the floor, cross-legged. Cup of tea on your side. Hair is disheveled. Glasses on top of the head because she's short-sighted.
Okay, do you commandeer, like, both sides of the room?
No. There's a distinct line of books.
Okay, and you're not using your bed or the desk or anything?
No.
Okay, so you're just on the floor, books scattered everywhere. Alright.
Yeah.
Did you unpack any of your books?
There's still that cardboard box, but she just literally just take them out of the box directly.
Alright. So, Ruby, what's your plan when you get back?
So, like, Ruby's gonna, like, start to open the door and stop and take her jacket off and shake it off outside of the room. And then go in.
Okay.
Like, oh, good, you're still awake.
Hello. How was your trip?
It happened.
Cool. Look, I found something. And I just like I got like a Word open on my laptop, and I've got an array of notes scattered about bullet points. But I tell her about what I found about the healing ritual. So yeah, I found something about the healing ritual, you see, and couldn't really go into so much detail, but I did find it takes a really long time to prep, and to prep this thing initially, you have to have this weird symbol on the arms. That's what the thing on the arms you found, and also it's Hecky's big healing spell, like really, really strong.
Ruby is just kind of like, you really dove into that, didn't you?
I mean, I can't. It's not enough. I need to find some more information about it. But yeah, I'm very excited.
So, what are you doing in the morning?
Oh,
Like,
morning. Wait. And she goes to another tab on her laptop and checks the schedule. Oh, no, I've got no lessons.
okay, good. There's someone that you need to meet. So we will do that in the morning.
Okay. Wait, what time is it
It's
now?
fine.
Oh, boy. And by now, it would probably be getting pretty late. I don't remember last week what I should have wrote down what time you guys left. I know it wasn't too late, so I'd say maybe midnight.
Okay.
And Ruby's like,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on this a couple more hours, and then I'll go to sleep, and I'll set my alarm.
okay. Ruby is just gonna like kind of grunt and nod while she preps her little coffee pot for the morning, because she's gonna need that.
Okay.
And then just kind of pass out on the bed, fully clothed.
Okay, so in the morning, does Brendan get any sleep at all?
No.
No.
He's just going straight through. He's reading whatever books he's been reading. He's just trying to keep his mind occupied.
Okay. I imagine by now there's a pile of Nightmare Stallion cans.
It's getting disturbing, yes.
Okay. And what you notice in the morning is that, and just as you pointed out, every time you've looked over, including right now, Damien is in the exact same spot. Damien, do you get up?
In the morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Like right as my alarm goes off, I wake up.
Okay. So what is your plan for the morning?
Normally I go running, but you're awake. Brendan, what? Did Mr. Gray say a time?
I think he just said the morning.
Alright, I got PE
what time
at
are we
9.
at? 7 a.m.?
No,
Yeah.
I have PE at 9.
I got a free period, and I mean, it's just making me feel good as a person. You never lose that feeling.
Yeah, actually, I think you all have P at 9. Yes.
Yes. Well, that's terrible.
Hey, none of us have class.
All right.
Mm,
Do you guys? Did you guys exchange any phone numbers with Ruby so you could get a hold
No.
of her in the morning?
I didn't.
Wouldn't we all have breakfast, though?
Yeah, you guys can all go to
In the
breakfast.
cafeteria? So
Yeah.
do you eat breakfast? Because some things are starting to pile up about you that I'd like to ask you, but
Listen, I'm flattered. But yeah, that's a weird way to hit on it. Okay. I'm gonna go get breakfast.
okay. Let's all go get some breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys head out and you're heading over to the Barrett building, the cafeteria, just before you go out, Brendan, there's like an attendant who like watches a desk for student, for phone calls and stuff. It's not as useful as it used to be when now everybody's got a phone in their pocket, but back in the day it would have been where you would have gone to find a phone, stuff like that. But now they mostly just manage mail, make sure students are staying out of trouble in the common room. They call over to you.
What's up?
Oh,
Is this a student or faculty?
This is a faculty member.
Okay.
And they set a somewhat large package on the desk and slide it towards you and say, looks like you have a care package.
No, that implies somebody cares about me. Alright, well, I grab it and I just stick it under my arm, and
When you say that, the attendant they give you a weird look, but go back to their work, and I'm assuming then you guys head off to the cafeteria.
Yeah.
So do Ruby and Beatrice, do they go have breakfast?
Oh, yes. I need some toast.
Ruby is gonna get up like early because desperately needing a shower at this point. Shower, coffee, and then just kind of shamble to breakfast.
Does Ruby have a traveler's mug?
Yes.
What does it look like?
It's just like kind of a basic silver thermos type mug with a handle on it.
Okay. Makes sense. Practical. So you guys I'll make your way over to the cafeteria. You get your breakfast. Where do you purposely try to sit together? Does one of you have to move to another table so that you're all sitting in the same
probably
spot?
sit down first.
Okay.
I scope the room to see if Ruby has shown up yet. So I figure you'll want to talk a little bit.
Yeah, Ruby is just finishing up the line. She's probably absent-mindedly chatting with a sort of somewhat weird-looking girl with frizzy, weird hair that's sticking up everywhere at this point.
Oh yeah, I didn't brush.
And so is
Okay,
it,
I remember her from class the other day, so this
Okay.
is fine.
all right? And I'm assuming then you sit down with Damien.
I signal them to come with us, and then I sit down.
Okay.
I've decided I have perfect bedhead hair.
That makes sense.
Television quality, good looks.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
only I had them in real life.
And staring at that hair, I realize I have not showered. But I got that free period, so I'm going to take care of that after.
Okay. Do Ruby and Beatrice then do you follow Ruby? Does the guy signaling you?
Ruby is just kind of sigh and look at Beatrice, and it's like, you mind sitting with those guys?
Yes. Oh, it's that guy from class. Oh yeah, okay.
He's probably a little traumatized. It's fine.
Oh. Right.
So yeah, Ruby will sit down at that table and just kind of quietly eat.
Yeah, what's the conversation?
Oh, how's the weather?
Vampire-y.
It's not October yet, is it?
Ruby is like, oh yeah, vampires. That's what the dust was. Just eat quietly.
You haven't been on. I'm pulling my leg, surely.
No. I'll fill you in soon. Just food first.
Yeah, Damien says basically nothing.
Alright, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that your mouth is full to pepper you with as many questions about vampires as humanly possible. And at the end, I say, and when you are finished chewing, you may answer.
I have known about vampires about a year. It's complicated. More food.
Okay, then I rattle off a bunch of things about why are you so strong? Is this something you do every night? Do you know a lot of British people or just that one British person? Is he really British or is that just a weird affectation?
I'm British.
Apparently,
So there
I
could
know
be
a lot
two.
of them.
Do all British people know about this?
No, I'm just finding this out myself.
That would be so typical.
Ruby just like looks at Brennan and goes, "Did you sleep?"
No. Sleep is for the weak. Is there like a book I could read about this? Is there several books I could read about this?
No. Sleep is for people who like being alive and not manic or 7 in the goddamn morning.
Yeah, that's only a problem if you sleep. It's been 6 cans of nightmare fuel, nightmare stallion, whatever. So, I mean, time is really just relative. And if you're out all night, you should get to learn that.
It all makes sense, all that spell stuff, and the thing that we had to look at research, and then you coming in late at night. Oh my goodness!
Did you say spell stuff?
Spell stuff.
Oh, this is my roommate, by the way.
Hello, I'm Beatrice. You call me B if you like.
Yeah, I'm Damien. I think we have lit. I think we all have lit.
I think we all do, don't we?
Yeah.
Ruby just quietly mutters something about Dracula being so goddamn typical under her breath.
And it slowly dawns on me. Was Dracula real?
Oh, the fuck, no?
I mean, spoiler alert for the book?
I'm sure you can ask Mr. Gray whenever... Shit, where are we supposed to...
I'm just gonna guess his office at this point.
Yeah.
Does he keep office hours?
At this point, Ruby, you get a text that says, "Meet me in my classroom in like 5 minutes." And with that, we are going to head to a quick 10-minute break. We will be back soon. Just in time for them to go talk to Mr. Gray. See you in a little bit.
Yay.
And we are back. Hello. So you guys came back, and before I forget, Beatrice, roll me just a regular D10 for your recurring nightmares.
Okay.
You're good. You slept good last night. No nightmares. You were good.
Wonderful.
So you guys head over to, you eat your, I'm assuming you finish your breakfast, and then you head over to your English classroom where Mr. Gray awaits you. Am I correct in that?
You are
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to make sure you guys weren't like gonna blow him off or anything. So when you get there, and I guess I was thinking about this, and I meant to describe his classroom last episode, and I didn't. So his classroom's a little bit customized. There's quite a few bookshelves and they're just on along the sides, and they're just full books. A lot of them look older. There's quite a few classics, Dickens, and blanking, and just others. But if you look really close, Beecher specifically would probably find several volumes of occult books and stuff among the many shelves in his classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this is a school. They're not just going to let him hang weapons on the wall or something. But there is like a chest hidden in a corner. There's a locked up closet in the back. And when you get there, he's sitting at his desk. Sorry. And Damon is with a extra large hoodie, sitting in one of the desks, hood pulled up over his head. And so when you walk in, he has something out that he's looking at, and he quickly shoves it in his desk when you get there. Does anybody want to...
Okay, I take notice of the drawer that he definitely does not want us to see.
Alright.
I'm completely distracted by all the books.
Alright.
I'm just staring at Damon.
Okay. Who's the last one to walk in?
Probably Ruby.
Okay. So...
It's too early.
Ruby, can you close the door, please? Don't want just anybody hearing about this conversation.
She just closes the door and then goes and sits on a desk in the front.
On a desk? Like on the table?
On a desk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the cool kids do. Not just sitting in chairs like a square.
Chairs are boring.
Chairs are last year. Chairs are so 2000 and late.
Chairs are fascist, man.
Alright. So... oh boy, I am just coughing up a storm today. Alistair looks at all of you, and he goes, so I'm assuming that some of you have some questions about what happened last night, and
Yes! What happened last night?
your case, Beatrice, yes?
Yes.
I would imagine that you have some questions as to why you're here.
I do indeed. Along those lines, actually. Why am I here?
And I will answer those shortly. First, Ruby, do you... And I'm sure you have explained a little bit of what happened last night. Did you tell them who you are?
Nope.
Since they already, as I'm sure the Monster Council would say, know too much, can you please fill them in?
All eyes on Ruby.
She's just like, I'm the Slayer. I'm supposed to take care of monsters and paranormal threats and mostly vampires, I guess. I don't know. They gave me a temporary watcher, and then I was on my own, and then he shows up, and that's all I got.
Would I like come across these terms before, Slayer, Watcher, that kind of thing in my occult
Yeah,
studies?
you guys keep saying Watcher like we know what that means.
You have a stalker?
Early. I
Go
don't
ahead.
know
Breath
if you all
you
realize
take.
this. I was up very late. It is very early.
Yeah, would I know these terms just from coming across them somewhere?
Make a intelligence occult and then add your no for this one. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And my no would be...
Yeah, you have a 5 in knowledge, so
Yeah.
19. Yes, you have some vague mentions. In this weird book, you probably thought it was fiction when you originally read it, but it does talk about a young girl who is meant to battle demons and such. The book also talked about the council who helps her do such, the Watchers, and no, they are not in fact stalkers. They of course are people like Alistair who mentor the Slayer.
He's not really a stalker, more like a babysitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so at the mention of this, she would have like clicked her fingers. Oh my goodness! I've come across these terms. So you're the Slayer, who fights demons, and you must be the person who basically watches over her and gives her counsel and whatnot. Oh my goodness!
Demons?
Yes, demons. You mentioned vampires. There's probably other things too.
Yes, there are lots of demons and magic and monsters, most of which are demons. Which vampires are also demons, technically. They're
Vampires
human.
are demons?
Yes, they're humans, former humans, whose soul has been replaced with that of a demon, and that turns them into a vampire.
Should I be taking notes?
I'm on that already, and I'm scribbling away in my little notebook with the wicker symbol on the front.
I suppose it couldn't hurt if you would prefer to be able to remember this, but there won't be a quiz on this.
Just life and death, it's fine. She's just gonna like pull a granola bar out of her bag and just start eating it.
And then Bee looks over and like, oh yeah, I have one too. Where did I put it?
So, does anybody else have any other questions?
Where can we
Yes.
do some further reading? Perhaps this creepy bookshelf.
Yes, you're welcome to look at the books, though I
You hear a squeak.
advise caution. These are not just playthings. The things in these books are dangerous.
Don't
So-
try to sound out anything you don't know. Probably bad.
Gosh, this is... Oh my goodness, is that my birthday?
Is she gonna be okay?
Probably. I don't know.
I am fantastic.
Maybe she'll actually
Double thumbs
sleep.
All right. Well, Beatrice, I am told you are somewhat of a witch.
well, which one would be more accurately self-studied?
Okay. Well, I'm told you knew something about the symbols for the healing spell.
Yes, I did some research. This spell in particular is a ritual spell. Very, very powerful healing magic. Not quite resurrection type, but near enough for the level of power it has. I need some preparation, mainly symbols that are pre-prepared.
Oh, wonderful. Then perhaps you can help me with something. Because it seems we have a rather fascinating subject of said spell. Damon. Here, his brother seems to have pulled some sort of magic plus science to bring him back.
Magic and science.
Should one of us have gotten Colby for this?
Do you say that out loud?
I honestly am just now thinking about it, yes.
Who's Colby again?
The kid that almost died.
What? Okay, you didn't explain what happened last night. This is... I
That
think
didn't
I'd
come
like to
up?
know now.
We
Was-
were in the graveyard and we found Damon, and then Colby got hurt, and now Damon's here.
Okay, so looking at Damon,
Speaking of the kid,
what does he look like, his appearance? This fella in the room now.
So Damon pulls down his hood. He
oh god,
would, under normal circumstances, look like your average jockey. Short hair, such, but he's a grayish pale color. And most interestingly, it's around his mouth where it is. He seems most changed. His veins seem to be distended, weirdish purple color. I think I said purple last time. And his lips are black and dried, cracked, and peeling. They look pretty bad. Other than that, I mean, under the hoodie you wouldn't be able to tell, but his one arm would appear to be stitched on. If you could see underneath the hoodie.
You said he peeled back his hood.
Yeah, he just pulled back his hood so you can see his face.
Audible gasp. Oh, sorry, that was rude. Hello.
Yes, it seems that sometime over the summer, Damon here came in contact with something highly toxic, and he ended up dead, and his brother took it upon himself to bring him back, to heal him. I wouldn't say this is so much a resurrection as it is a weird healing.
So do you think this ritual spell is what was used?
Well, it would appear to me that he used the healing spell to help attach limbs to his brother, and along with a lot of science that I frankly myself do not understand, managed to revive him.
It's like worlds colliding.
Yes, I honestly must say I'm a little bit stumped.
Oh, well, this is not my expertise. Magic part, sure. Sorry, your name is Damon? Is that right?
Yeah, Damon.
Do you remember anything?
I kind of remember going to school. I remember the red. I definitely remember her.
Not anything from when you, I guess, became alive again?
It's just that it hurt a lot to breathe. It felt really strange. It still kind of feels strange.
I wonder if there's anything we can do to ease that. And then she just goes into deep thought.
Do you want to try to use your occultism to examine him?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yep. Roll perception occultism to see what you can notice about him.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
Oof. Nice. Let me check the success levels on that. 5. So, yeah. You are certain, just as you were told, the healing spell was used in part. If you look close, there where like his arm, one of his legs were kind of removed, and then something was attached there. They're healing up in a way they shouldn't, given that for normal people, you can't just take off their arm and put somebody else's on and have it work. Yet his are actually working. The stitches, the work all seems really crude because his brother is not a doctor. But the healing spell is doing all the work that a surgeon would do. Yeah, I mean, it seems to have only done so much. You do find the electrical burns on his neck. It seems like, from what you can tell, that he may have been shot several times. By what, you're not sure. But it seems like the combination of magic and science, his body's kind of rejecting it in a little bit. It's why despite the amazing healing of his reattached limbs, his body is also gray, and the damage around his lips haven't healed. They're fighting each other in a way.
Yeah, she's like my finger on chin, looking him up and down, just getting a bit too close. Like boundaries are not met here. And she's going, That's right. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, no offense. Huh.
What?
So, I mean, you mentioned that there's a combination of science and magic that I've used to keep him functioning. I mean, I'm no doctor, but there seems to be some sort of rejection going on here. Like, like the science and the magic are not being friends, so to speak, and there's some, like... I mean, look at his mouth, for example. That's not healing at all, but his limbs are fine.
Yes, I came to the same conclusion myself. I'm not sure if it'll hold up or if his body will continue to degenerate. We may be able to stop it, though.
Yeah, I can't be very comfortable at all. Maybe even got some electrical burns here, look, and I point to his neck.
Oh, yes. I did notice those.
Yeah, it appears to be he's been shocked several times.
He, Mr. Gray, he squints at it and he goes, well, I didn't notice that. He does seem he was shocked several times. Perhaps there was some failed attempts to revive him.
I don't think they put the paddles on your neck.
You would be correct in most cases.
It's in your chest.
Yes, give me 1 second, let me check something. And he pulls up his shirt, and down along his side, there's actually another electrical burn down there. As if somebody were trying to send a connection through, or an electrical charge through his body.
Like jumper cables.
It's possible.
Well, that's how you would do it with the conductivity. But why wouldn't it come out of his toes and his head?
I do not know the answer to that question myself.
Well,
I would
electricity follows the path of least resistance, so...
Well,
We've been studying the wrong book. This is Frankenstein territory.
Yes. We may not be dealing with... And I think it's something that you might notice around here. Sometimes the laws of science might just bend a little bit.
A little bit?
Your definition of little bit might be a little skewed if you've been around this as much as I had, but yes, it is. Sometimes the laws of science are skewed and things work in ways that you wouldn't expect. Sometimes for the better, sometimes not so much.
So he's dead. Alright, Damon, are you dead?
I don't think so. I think my heart beats. And Mr. Graves.
Do you thirst for brains?
No.
Oh god.
No.
Do you get hungry at all? Thirsty? Would you like a drink?
I mean, yeah, I get hungry. I wouldn't.
Has
I wouldn't
anyone
mind
tried holding a mirror up to his mouth to see if he's actually breathing?
Oh, I've got that spare protein bar. 1 minute. Rifle for my bag. There you go.
Yeah, he takes it and he eats it. Nothing weird happens. He winces a little bit every time it touches his lips, but other than he eats it.
Oh, your mouth is painful, is it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Does anybody have chapstick?
I don't think that's gonna help.
Does
I don't
it
think
come
it
in
could hurt.
industrial size?
Big tub of Vaseline, just.
Oh.
In my examination last night, I did notice it does seem that he was revived, that his heart does beat. He's not dead, but he does appear to be dying again.
Oh, that's horrifying.
So, perhaps tonight, Miss Pendle, perhaps you could help me attempt to reverse some of the ill effects of the spell.
Yes, of course. I'll help.
Wonderful. Does anybody else have any other questions for me?
About
I have one for you, and she points at Damien. What the hell?
What?
You tackled a kid off of me and nearly killed him, and that's not normal.
You what?
It,
Jokes, bloody hell.
the kid
oh
attacked
yeah,
me
he's
first,
got super
so...
strength.
Huh?
It was a lucky hit. He must have not been. His balance was probably off.
And then Damon hit you, and it like barely registered.
Yeah, and
That
Did
kid
he-
should have killed people.
did he hit you?
Do remember that
He tried.
he hit a gravestone and took a chunk out of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
He
Well-
tried to hit me, and then he tried to
See-
murder me with a piece of gravestone that he broke off.
Okay, I don't want to know what happened now.
No offense, Damon. It's cool. I get it.
I don't know.
That's fine. That's good enough.
I didn't
Long
do
as-
anything.
That's fine. As long as you're not a demon, it's fine.
What?
Are you a demon?
No. Why would I be a demon?
Did you notice like Frankenstein and the
eyes.
vampires?
And
It's a valid question.
no, I'm Booberry. I'm a ghost. I've been dead for 12 years.
I mean, this is a little bit lower on the weirdness list, but also you sleep weird.
Ruby's just gonna like reach over and poke Damien now.
Stop
No,
it.
too solid to be a ghost.
I mean, when you poke him,
Yes.
he feels
Too
normal.
solid.
He feels pretty
No.
normal. I mean, he feels like he has a
No.
bone structure and
Stop.
flesh and...
Stop touching me.
Okay.
I have
Are you
gym.
okay?
Oh goodness, what time is it?
Oh, yes, you should head off to class. I'm sure you're going to want to get ready before PE.
What are you gonna do with him? And I point at Damon.
Well, I don't have a class for a little bit. I will take him back to my house and give him the TV remote and
Should,
let him
should
stay
we-
there.
I mean, if we keep calling him Damon, someone might pick up on it. Maybe we should name him something like.
Let's call him Frankie.
Yeah.
Just not Derek.
We've had
You can have
terrible luck
Frankie.
with Derek.
Well-
Frankie.
There's not much of Derek to go around.
I think there's
Oh.
some on the hall outside of this room, but
Anyway, after science, I'm completely free for the rest of the day. So maybe I could join you in examining, or looking after Frankie.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Okay, I'll give you my number.
All right, he takes your number, and it's time for you to head off to PE.
Yay.
Is anybody going to skip class, or do you all plan to go to class?
I'm gonna go to class.
Bee is not enthused by this class, but she will go because she doesn't like getting in trouble.
Ruby's gonna go but mutter the whole time.
Damon's gonna be a little bit energized to do a thing he is good at for a while.
Yeah, all right, I'll go too.
Peer pressure.
All right.
Peer pressure to go to class.
Don't stare at me in the locker room, dude.
He's probably not a demon. It's fine.
He thinks I'm hitting on him.
No,
Are
not
you?
any. I don't.
I mean, it's totally cool, but like, if you're interested, maybe you should talk to him instead of just kind of hinting and just.
said you
Solid
watched-
advice.
Oh,
But
you did say you watch him sleep, so.
please, I watch everybody sleep.
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
All right. Before I leave the room, I remember that I've got this care package that I've been wandering around like a great big box. So I take a second to rip open the top.
Okay, you rip it open. Inside is a 24 pack of Nightmare Stallion. It seems to be what it was. Some kind of care package. It's original flavor, but on it exclaims Nightmare Stallion grape and fruit punch coming to stores near you soon or something. And yes, somebody sent you a large pack of energy drinks.
Okay. Then I stuff it on top of one of these bookshelves. Because obviously, I'm not walking around with a huge box of horrible energy drink.
Okay.
Probably make sure they're not poisoned or something.
Oh, and I inspect the box to see if I can figure out who sent it.
Pretty easy. If you look at the return address, it seems to be your parents.
No note, no we
Nope.
love you, so nothing.
Nope, just a care package of energy drinks.
Okay. Noted.
Look, they're trying. They just don't know how to reach out to you. All right.
It's how they let you know they acknowledge your existence but don't really care.
Oh.
Relatable.
All right. So you head off to gym.
Woo, more exercise.
Yeah. So a couple things are gonna happen.
Spoiler: Beatrix is terrible at anything athletic.
That's okay.
She's just gangly and loses her breath easily.
All right. So when you get to the locker room, you obviously split off to go to the guys' locker room, girls' locker room. Damien and Brendan, when you walk in to the guys' bathroom, locker room, sorry. It is empty, which seems weird since it's just before class. And as you go farther in, it seems to be flooded. There's an inch or two of water on the floor.
Hello? Anybody?
I think we've...
Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, I'm saying that to
Yeah.
Damien's saying that.
Oh, sorry. It
Yeah.
looked like everybody else
It's
froze for a
acting!
moment. Sorry.
Sorry. Anyone in this locker room?
Am I in the locker room?
Yeah, you'd be in there with him.
Alright, well then I tell him, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
He's hitting on you again.
That's a weird thing to do. Listen, we're gonna be roommates. It's not gonna happen, I'm sorry.
Well, thank you for letting me down easy.
You have a look going, I'll give you that. But, like, sorry.
I have other things that can occupy my time, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is still weird. Is there anyone here, please? Should we find a janitor?
You do hear a
Is the entire
splashing
floor
noise.
flooded?
No,
Like,
just
how much?
it's just a couple inches, but you do at least where you are. If you head farther back towards like the showers, there definitely is more water, and you do hear a splashing noise back there.
So there might be something back there.
Alright, I'm gonna go look. Alright, I move forward slowly and deliberately.
Okay. As you do, you notice that one of those little drain covers they have on the floor of locker room and bathrooms, it's been like torn out of the floor from underneath it, and it's sitting near the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use notice and inspect the drain because it looks like something came out of it.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
You do get a success. So,
Okay.
you notice there is some kind of, like, it almost looks like a leaf of some kind. It's slimy, but you're not really sure what it is, but it's just a small little piece.
Slimy piece of leaf.
Yep.
Okay. So I look at Damien and I ask, did anybody mention anything about sewer monsters?
Like swamp things and toxic Avengers?
I was thinking more like those horrible spiders that come up from the toilet.
I didn't know about this.
Well, one thing at a time. Do you see any other like slime tracks around, or?
I'm gonna look around with my notice.
Okay.
9.
You also have a success. So, you notice there are a couple of marks in the walls, like something smashed into it.
Something smashed into it.
Like it's just a little bit of cracks that you're pretty sure the last time you were in here, and Damien would know this, he's in there almost every day for soccer, their cracks weren't in the walls before, so it looks like something smashed against it and left a couple of cracks in the wall.
If we go in the gym, is everyone gonna be dead?
I'm not gonna say no.
Alright. Let's poke our heads in.
So you go poke your heads in the gym?
Poke our
Yeah.
heads in the gym.
Okay, so you do. everybody seems to be alive. They seem to be getting ready for dodgeball. Well, you guys... Oh, do you want to get some noise?
No, is this gonna be a teacher?
The teacher notices you, comes over.
I just put it in the water.
Oh, damn. Well, go prepare for dodgeball. I will call maintenance, I guess. Oh, hold on. And then, with that, as you guys, I'm assume you're not gonna worry about changing into gym clothes with a puddle of water in there. So you go into the gym. We will jump over to the girls' locker room. It is not flooded. That is the good news for you. It is not flooded. As you walked in, only one, like, as you were approaching, a group of girls left. And then as you went in, Lorette was leaving. And if you go back into the bathroom, one of the faucets is running, though. Or as you approach farther into the locker room, you hear one of the faucets running on a sink.
Ruby is immediately suspicious because she's suspicious of everything. And just kind of slowly turns it off.
Okay. Do you look around the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay. Roll your notice.
In the meantime, I'm completely oblivious. I'm just getting changed.
You don't notice anything. It looks like a pretty normal bathroom. The faucet, somebody just left the faucet on. The stalls appear to be empty. They're unlocked. Doors hanging slightly ajar.
Ruby is going to shrug and go change in one of the stalls.
So you go into the stall. There is a young girl slumped on one of the toilets.
Ah, hell. It's gonna kind of gently poke her?
Okay, you poke her. She lolls to the side. She doesn't move. She just kind of falls to the side. Her head hits like the toilet paper roll and kind of twists towards you. And around her mouth, her veins look distended and purple. Her lips are turning black and cracked. She appears to be dead.
So I'm going to just turn around and kind of walk very quickly to the gym and grab the teacher and be like, there's a problem in here.
Okay. And just so we're clear, you guys are freshmen, so you do have technically different gym classes. So there's guys and girls. So the teacher, what kind of problem exactly?
I think someone's dead.
Oh, God, are you sure?
Pretty sure. Not like I've seen very many dead bodies, but yeah.
Oh,
Not
right.
breathing.
Take me in there.
So just, yeah. I'm gonna take the teacher over to the bathroom.
Okay, yeah, you take her there. She exclaims loudly. She goes in. She checks for a pulse. Lays the girl on the floor. Calls the head of security. Eventually, security shows up. The principal shows up. Vice principal, whoever. In time, paramedics show up. Of course, it's too late. But as this was happening, you notice that her lips are still turning black. Still getting cracked.
seems not right.
At this moment, I'm changed now, just casually strolling up and going, "Hi, what's up?"
Yeah,
Well, what?
that's... I didn't do it.
Well,
Oh, it's good to establish that. As a matter of course.
That's what a guilty person would say.
oh my goodness, look at her mouth.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
Does this look very similar to Frankie's?
Yes.
Noted.
Ruby is going to, like, quietly sneak a picture of her mouth and, like, immediately text it to Alistair.
Okay. Yeah, that is more than possible. The principal, the security, all them, they'll have questions for you, obviously, but they're more worried about the girl at the moment.
Yeah, this is probably the first time Beatrice has seen a dead body, so she's kind of freaked out.
I was just about to get to that. Roll me willpower doubled.
Okay.
Ooh, just barely. You managed to stay pretty calm. However, there's enough successes for you to stay calm. One success keeps you calm. But Beatrice is not used to seeing dead bodies.
Okay,
So you're gonna have a crisis. This is the first dead body you've ever seen. One of your classmates, no doubt. Which means you're gonna get a -1 to all your rolls until you can work out your crisis.
Okay.
The nice thing about crises is when you do work them out, those involved in helping you get drama points, including you. So, until you work it out, though, they're a pain in the ass. You found a dead body. Eventually, security approaches you, Ruby. They ask you the standard questions. How did you find her? What happened? Was anybody else in the locker room when you came in?
Found her when I went to change. Went and got the teacher. There was no one. There were people leaving when we came in, but nobody when we were in. Somebody left the faucet on.
Oh, okay. Which students were leaving?
I'm not sure exactly. I think I recognized one of them. Name was, and then like it hits. Name was Lorette.
Oh, okay. He writes.
That's the only person I recognize though.
All right. He writes down her name. Thank you. I guess you can go back to. Actually, you could probably just skip the last few minutes here of class. You don't have anything else. Yeah, it's just like 10 minutes. So you can head back to your room if you wish. Both of you.
Yeah, Beatrice's eyes are just glued to the body and she's kind of pale and just not saying anything.
Ruby's just gonna take her by the shoulders and gently pull her away.
She jumps at it.
Come on.
Oh, well, what's happening?
We're going back to the room right now.
Oh, yes. Let me just get my clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, so while this was going on, What was Damien and Brendan doing? I mean, you would have noticed that there was quite a bit of commotion going on.
Smashing people with dodgeballs.
I didn't get changed, did I?
No, neither of you got changed.
Then, yeah,
I didn't
then
get changed, but I am playing
still
dodgeball.
smashing people down. There's no wrong clothes for dodgeball. I take advantage of you're wearing the wrong shoes for gym rule, and
Okay.
I walk over to see what the commotion is.
All right. So you would also, well, they wouldn't let you in the locker room, but you'd catch snippets of what's going on. Seems one of the students was found in a state of some sort in the locker room. You notice security, principals, paramedics eventually. But before we get to Ruby and Beatrice coming out of the locker room, Damien, roll me either dex sports or strength sports.
14.
You do amazing.
You sportsed it right up.
Just like catch a ball, smash a guy with it.
Normally, like, if Alex and James were here, you might not, or Derek and James were here, you may not be doing as well as you're doing, but you're doing pretty good. Like, at this point, the only person who's out throwing you is, like, the football team's quarterback. That's about it. You're doing pretty good.
I seem to be enjoying myself.
All right.
I'm having fun.
Things are simpler on the dodgeball court.
A thing I know how to do.
Got some aggression to work out there. It's fine.
I'm good at this.
All right. So, Beatrice and Ruby, you leave the locker room, and as you do, you find Brendan lurking around.
Brendan.
No, that's fair. It's definitely lurking.
It's his default state.
What are you doing lurking near the girls' changing room?
Isn't it pretty obvious, what with all the paramedics and police and shit around?
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Thank you.
Oh. I was yeah, paramedics. It's a mess.
Oh my goodness, it's just, there's a dead body in our changing room.
And
I
how
didn't
are
put
you
it
doing
there.
with that? Okay, okay, that's
no.
good. Alright, I jump back at her flinchiness.
Although it was weird, so
Weird needs a qualifier for me now.
she just like pulls out her phone and pulls out the picture and shows it to him.
Yeah. whoa. Okay. Weird.
Just quickly, because let's not traumatize more people today.
Do you guys have a plan now? I mean, most of you have been excused from class.
I mean, I was just gonna take Beatrice somewhere to calm down a little bit, but this is weird.
This is very weird.
By the way, you haven't received anything back from Mr. Gray.
That's also weird.
And this doesn't really compare to the dead body in your locker room, but there's a weird slime trail on this leaf that burst out of the... You know what? It's probably nothing. It's fine.
Whoa. First,
Something came out of the drain pipes.
And
Knocked
that's
the drain
not...
thing off it, and possibly... So, I don't know. Do things come out of drain pipes now? Is that another thing I gotta...
I mean, apparently it happened, so yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you think your Watcher guy might be able to analyze this, or...
Yeah.
Does he do science-y stuff? Magic-y science-y stuff?
I've known him like 3 days. I don't know.
Okay.
We should probably go talk to him. Where is...
I don't know where he lives. I was just gonna text him later and find out then.
He's not responding to my text.
You could always check his classroom.
Yeah, let's just go to the classroom.
Yeah. I don't want to stay here. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll put you near some books at least.
Nice,
very kind.
soothing books.
Okay, so you head off, you get to his classroom. The door's closed. The lights are still on, but nobody seems to be in there.
Let's go in. If
Okay.
anybody asks, we're...
Yeah.
Nobody will ask. Fuck it.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
ask.
no. You
Excuse me,
just...
students.
Okay, so
yeah,
while we're alone in there, I gravitate towards the desk drawer that Alistair had been very suspicious around.
You tug on that drawer and it's locked.
Okay. Can I try to crime it?
Yes, you can. If you want to pick that lock,
Well,
you can.
yeah,
Do you have a way to pick the lock?
I imagine it's a screwdriver and a hairpin or something.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. And just to try to get the best out of it, I am going to try to drama it too.
Okay.
All right.
21, so you easily unlocked this drawer. You pop the lock, it slides open. Despite using a screwdriver and hairpin, you didn't even leave a lot of scratch marks. You did a real good job.
Right on.
Inside there is a bag of there's some journals. There's a Slayer journal. There's a large book on vampires. The bag that he was looking at is in there. It looks to be full of some kind of weird weed, like leaves.
I wouldn't mess with that. Just probably not.
They're the same kind of leaf like the one I found?
They look similar, but they're dried out.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else might be in the drawer. Oh, there is 2 weird books. One of them has... It's like a black color and inlaid in gold. It looks sort of like the Da Vinci Man thing, but things are different about it. You're not quite sure, but your photographic memory, you're definitely certain that you've seen that image before, and this one's slightly different. Yeah, the book's black, and that's inlaid in gold. There's no title or anything. And the other seems to be some kind of magical botany book.
Ruby's gonna just
yell
like
over to...
look over. Be like, "Don't sound anything out. Don't fuck with any plants. I'm gonna stand by the door and make sure nobody shows up."
Hey, B, you want to see where he keeps the extra cool books?
Okay, yeah, sure. She shuffles over. What's this now?
Okay, so which book do you look at first?
I want to pull out the one with the guy to see if I can remember where I saw the other version of that.
Okay. So do you open the book?
Boy.
That's a question.
Why do you need to ask this question? It's just a book, right?
I mean, it might be.
Can I get anything from a knowledge roll?
Yeah.
All right.
Intelligent knowledge roll.
Yeah.
Ooh, nailed it.
That should do.
5 successes. You had a history class last year. And part of what that history class covered was early Christianity. And how they had some weird beliefs back then. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not screwing up my timeline too much. Yeah, so early Christianity, some of their weird beliefs. This specifically comes quite a bit later. But you know that earlier Christianity, one thing, especially in rural places, the use of witchcraft as part of such things wasn't unheard of, and didn't disappear as much as the church would have liked in later years. And this is a product of that. Like, this book is a product of the much later times. And the class didn't describe exactly what this book was, but it was when the teacher showed the PowerPoint slide of this book and the cover was one of the pictures on the PowerPoint slide.
Do I have the same history teacher this year? Do I have history?
You should have history, and no, you wouldn't have the same
Have history later
teacher.
that day. Okay. All right. But I know basically where it's coming from.
Yep.
And what its meaning is.
Basically, be coming from like the early 1600s, sometime after Da Vinci died.
So, what's this then?
I say all of that.
Okay.
just save us a little time.
Yep.
I remember having history last year, blah, 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 and several minutes later, now you guys know.
All right. Yeah, I mean, do you want to look at the book, or did you just want to know what it was?
I want to pull the book out and flip around a little.
Okay.
Open it, let me see.
When you flip it open, the first thing you know is the book is signed in the upper corner. Nice, very fancy scrawl. It says Winston Gray. The
Winston Gray.
ink is old and faded, much like the paper inside the much older book.
When researching the grandfather, would I come up with a name?
You did have the name. You did have Winston Gray, so I believe we did go over that last time, correct?
Winston Gray was the name in his personal copy of...
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's his grandfather. There seems to be some family history here. Weird stuff with the grandfather, weird stuff with this Gray.
Do we either of you know any Latin?
I have languages.
I
I have
determined
Yeah.
something about your language ability last time, didn't we?
Yeah, I forget. I think I
think
said
Ancient Sumerian.
Sumerian.
Yeah, you said
ancient
Sumerian.
Sumerian, yes.
Look, you expect that to come up a little bit faster than just, Latin.
It might still
I
come
took
up.
Latin.
See, you went to a much fancier school than I did because we barely had German. So,
Well, not to get off topic, but I had Latin by a guy who was retiring that year, so he didn't care at all. So I didn't learn anything.
I didn't learn any German either. We had it was one of them classes where you sit in a room and the teacher's on a TV. We
Oh, yeah.
skipped half the class just sitting off to the side screwing around, and we still passed. Didn't learn shit.
Quality education.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Beatrice knows, and she can make a roll. But you know it's Latin. You tell what some of the words are. There is like one or two sections that seem to be copied that are some ancient Sumerian, but most of the book is in Latin.
Okay. The languages that Beatrice sort of concentrated on was like ancient European languages and like Brittany, that kind of thing, Gaelic, just because of Wicca and whatnot.
Well,
Okay,
the Romans didn't invade.
But at some point in time, Romans would have
Yeah, you
made
you definitely know some Latin at least. So if you want to read the book, intelligence languages roll. If for either of you, if you want to read any of it.
and -1 because of my crisis, so it's 12.
Oh, yeah. All right, language. I'll give it a shot.
Nice. So you
Okay.
both do pretty well. You the Latin parts. It seems to be an odd medical textbook, from what you can understand. It's. I mean, like I said, it has a few, like it describes some healing techniques, some of which are very occult in nature. You come across similar mentions to the healing ritual. This spell actually describes using it, or this book actually describes using it. Sorry, that they saved a man whose spine had been severed using this ritual. They almost lost him because he wasn't breathing and it took almost too long to do the ritual. But they had enough people, they were able to pull it off faster. And yeah, it goes on. It's got a few healing things. It describes using electricity to try to revive someone.
I am taking a photo of this page.
Right? This is a lot of this is stuff that is years, like as in hundreds of years ahead of a lot of medical practices, such as using electricity to revive someone. But a lot of it is very occult based. The Sumerian parts definitely seem to be some kind of resurrection, attempting to raise people from the dead. It doesn't seem that they were ever actually successful, and they didn't write the spell in the book, but they describe them attempting. Do you want to look at the other book?
Yes.
I mean, sure. Well,
Okay.
we're on a roll here.
This book is a lot newer, in terms of years. But when I say newer, I mean like Victorian London newer. On the inside, hold on. Gotta check some dates again. Winston Gray. Alistair's name is signed on the inside, but Winston's name is not. And, hold on. There it is. Just want to make sure I'm not screwing anything up. Perfect. Nathaniel Hawthorne's name is signed above Alistair Gray's.
I'm like reading over the shoulder. Nathaniel?
Beatrice, you're an avid reader. Roll your intelligence knowledge.
Okay. -1 because of crisis.
Yeah, that's still more than enough successes to know you are like 95% sure that is the author, Nathaniel Hawthorne's signature.
That's the author.
Scarlet Letter, Nathaniel Hawthorne. The
Yes.
very same.
Does anybody else have anything they do while in the room? You do have the teacher's room all to yourself.
I'm gonna look for an address, like anything with his address, like letters.
Okay, perception notice. You do not find anything. So after a while, then what is Damien doing while they're doing this specifically?
He's probably in his next class right now, which is science.
Oh, so you just left? Oh, that's right. You were in gym class, so you just went about your day as normal.
Yes, because that makes me feel better.
Okay.
Also, I didn't see the dead body.
That is.
But yeah, there can be a montage of me in science class, like balancing formulas. It's another class I am good at.
That is. Yeah, you're balancing stuff. You're so entranced by science because it is one of the classes you like and such that you don't notice the other students gossiping about what happened during gym class.
I think they're just talking about how great I am because I don't want to feel bad.
And Rui, you just wanted to keep watch, correct?
Yeah. And at the end of it, just be like, don't take anything and lock the drawer when you're done.
Okay, so are you standing outside the classroom, in the doorway?
Just kind of like leaning on the door. Because she closed the door when she went outside.
Okay.
She just kind of like be leaning on the door.
One of the other English teachers she starts walking down the hall towards you. Like she comes out of her classroom and notices you leaning against the door, and she starts walking your way into. Excuse me, are you looking for Mr. Gray?
Yeah. Yeah, I was waiting to talk to him about an assignment.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he has a class later. Other than that, like the end of the day, he teaches one. I think other than that, he went home for the day.
Oh. Oh, well, thank you.
Yes.
so
You're
Ruby...
welcome. And then she, like, you notice she kind of glances around your shoulder. But there are students in there.
I don't know. I've been waiting out here.
Do I hear the
And
voice?
like, yeah, she's gonna like speak a little bit higher and also like bang her bag against the door, kind of looking like she's trying to stop.
Okay,
whatever
you're
she's
being really obvious, so you guys hear her. You do hear. You don't, no perception, notice, or anything.
Okay, under the desk.
Uh,
Under the
I
desk.
slide the drawer shut and relock it.
Do you attempt to hide?
I'm hiding.
I also attempt to hide.
You squeeze under the desk.
But she already took the desk. I'm not comfortable enough to try to squeeze around her under the same hiding place.
I mean,
Okay,
to be
where do you go?
fair,
I mean,
Give me a... I
the-
do notice and see if I can find another hiding spot.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, didn't you say there was like a closet?
Yes, I did.
oh no,
And-
oh no.
Yes.
So you go to the closet.
Yes.
Going to the closet, it's at the back of the room. So she won't be able to see you from the window, but unfortunately, the closet is locked.
Okay.
Beatrice,
Drop
when
up to the floor.
Yeah, when you go under the desk, there is a yellow envelope taped underneath the desk.
Hey.
Oh, what's this?
Do-
Slowly peel it off.
You peel it off. There's a key inside.
Oh. Huh. I kind of like go, Damien, and then slide it over to him.
Okay.
Crawl over towards her.
Yes, I would just slide, the key slides across the floor.
All right. So Ruby, do you try to convince the teacher to leave?
I'm trying to convince the teacher that I'm packing my shit up very badly to leave. And just
Okay.
like stalling for time.
Roll. Willpower influence to see if she believes that you're leaving. Ted, she looks a little concerned because you're just cramming things like into your bag or whatever. Do you need a little help with that?
No, I'm looking for my notebook to make sure I make a note of what I needed to ask before I forget what it was.
Oh, okay. Well, you have one in your hand.
Oh yeah. It's been a long day. I was at gym this morning and all of that, you know.
Oh, that was you who found the body.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that.
Yeah, it was something. It was not good.
Well, you should know if that airhead of a principal didn't mention it. There are you can talk to the professors in the psychology department. They can help you out with that.
Oh, that's really good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They didn't-
I'm going to go find some tea. Hopefully your day goes better.
I certainly hope so. Yeah.
So she walks away, and inside the classroom, Brendan, do you open the closet?
Oh yeah. This key goes to the closet?
Yep.
Okay, then yes.
You unlock the door, open it up. There's a couple of nice jackets in there, some school supplies, and what appears to be a lot of saran wrap. It looks like it's wrapped around something, but you're not entirely sure.
Hmm.
It's like stuffed at the back of the closet behind things.
All right. What can I use to investigate here?
Perception notice is always a good investigation tool.
I sure will.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that it may be a body, and it looks like they're wearing some kind of jacket. It might be tweed? You can't tell under all the layers of
Oh
saran
my
wrap.
god.
Oh no.
And that is where we're going to end for tonight. It's about time for that.
Nice.
I ran a little longer than I normally do, but
Oh my
I couldn't
goodness.
resist.
Good
It
call.
just clicked.
That is it for tonight.
Wow. Wow.
Well, there's something
Alright.
to do next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few things you guys can look into.
Yeah.
So, does anybody have anything to shout out to fill some dead air quickly while I look for who we're going to raid?
Just look forward to the, it's what, 9 days till the stream, to the charity stream, and I'll be on the 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Game, so that'll be fun. Come by for a very punch-drunk Kevin.
All right. Yes. Go ahead.
I am Michisaurus on Twitter. I'm doing a lot of things next week. Sunday night, I will be over on Guardia, participating in their EFF charity marathon. Next Wednesday is Buffy. I'm also on the Pokemon game every second and fourth Thursday. And then Saturday, I will be here for the Trans Lifeline from 4 to 8 p.m.
All right. Anybody else? All right.
No.
Well, I am your director for Ruby the Vampire Slayer. I am Nerdy Teddy Bear. I sometimes stream video games when I'm not here on this channel. I now also play in that wonderful Pokemon game. Had my first session last week. It was a lot of fun. Caught a Teddy Ursa. I'm happy about that. And then
I only murdered a few.
We gotta
Only
work
if-
the theme.
only a few this time. It wasn't a complete massacre. I've heard of that. And then I also play in the Shadowrun game that alternates with the Pokemon game. And that is a lot of fun, and that is tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to that. And other than that, yes, we already mentioned it once, but I'm going to run through real quick. Trans Lifeline charity stream, September 28th and 29th. It's going to be a lot of fun. 9 games, 36 hours, something like 51 people. A lot of planning is happening right now. A lot of things are coming together. It's going to be a lot of fun. Trying to raise $5,000 so that Trans Lifeline can give out them scholarships to help people with their medical records, their licenses, and keep that crisis hotline running. We also have a couple of guest DMs, Grant Ellis, Steven from Castle Mac will be joining us along with all our other wonderful DMs. And we have some great sponsors, Devin Rue, Raven and Brooke, Tabletop Blue, We Are Nerd Teachers, and I am told I am to add Channellogic 8-Bit Studio to the list as well. And there will be giveaways from that, so don't forget to show up and support that. Spread the word. Find the tweets on Twitter. It'll be a lot of fun. We hope to see you there. We hope to, of course, see you here for next Wednesday. And I am going to send you over. Make sure they are live. No?
Forge Breaker just dumped a bunch of people on us.
Yeah, sorry guys, we are ending as well. Hold on, that one wasn't right. So, oh boy.
Thank you, buddy.
Bam.
Oh, that's
Bad
not
choice
what I
of words.
wanted. Oh boy. It's being a pain in the ass. It wouldn't show me. Okay, we're going to raid Scraticus. So we'll send you over there. I typed it right, so that is happening. Yeah, don't forget. Shadowrun tomorrow night. Plenty of other content. Make sure you hit the follow button, and we will see you next Wednesday.